blessed and a wonderful good evening to one and all. Doing my part to walk through Farley Hill National Park in St. Peter.
Yeah, we are here, we are here, we are here.
Farley Hill National Park. Ah boy. Oh my god. So this is all Farley Hill National Park, which is in the parish of St. Peter here in Barbados. Looking at the ruins for the Farley Hill Great House. So I will go in this. First of all, I will show you the ruins for the Farley Hill Great House, which later became ruins after it was gutted by fire in 1965. To start with, Harry Belafonte, famous singer Harry Belafonte, came to Barbados in 1957 and he shot the movie My Island in the Sun, and it was shot at the Farley Hill. It was shot in the Farley Hill Great House. That was before the fire. Then in 1965, 8 years later, the building was gutted by fire. If you go on YouTube, you will come across Harry Belafonte's movie My Island in the Sun, which was shot in 1957. Not only did they show you the Farley Hill Great House, they showed you on the East Coast at the beginning of the movie along Bathsheba and St. Joseph, and then they showed you. He also did peace in here as well. That when this great house was up and running. It is a ruins now, fenced around because they don't want anybody going on this in the building because it is unsafe. They don't want it to collapse on anybody. For a better explanation, Farley Hill is a heavily wooded area. When I say heavily wooded, I mean lots of trees, and you can hear the sounds of the birds, especially during the week when it is quiet. Tomorrow this time out here should be quiet, even if there is one or two people walking about. It would not be that noisy, like not noisy, but occupied like it is now. You play a park facility for the children. When I was a child, both with schools and camps, I used to come here and play on tours. You know, to get back up on the hill with the scenery and stuff. All the Farley Hill National Park. It says it is located in the parish of St. Peter, 17 acres of land, and it is 900 feet above sea level. So Farley National Park is operated by the National Conservation Commission, NCC. NCC is responsible for the parks and beaches here in Barbados. So I want to get up back on the hill and look at the scenery. Oh, so this is another view of the Great House. Hill Great House. It says danger, no entry, structure unsafe. Farley Hill is also the place where they hold the big events like soccer on the hill, reggae on the hill, gospel fest. It says Farley Hill National Park. This park was opened for the use and benefits of the people of this island by Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II on Tuesday, February 15th, 1966. So Farley Hill Park is 900 feet above sea level in the rural parish of St. Peter. Farley Hill is in the rural parish of St. Peter. So we are in the countryside at the moment. So this is the back of the monument here. So as I said before, reggae on the hill is held every week, every year around Easter time, between March and April. We are reggae artists. First of all, there's the Vintage Reggae Fest, the Vintage Reggae, which was held at Kensington Oval. Now it is at the Botanical Gardens. Reggae Festival. We'll start with Vintage first. Vintage is where they have the vintage reggae artists coming in to perform. All the Farley Hill Great House. The vintage reggae is when they have artists like John Holt. Most of them are deceased now. John Holt, Ken Booth, Ken Lazarus. I remember they had to dig deep to find Ken Lazarus, only to hear that he was in California. Many Bajans were shocked when they saw Ken Lazarus turn up with long locks down to his back. But he did a good performance. I've never been to a reggae festival, but I watched some clips of it. Ken Lazarus was singing Come Back Darling and Cecilia and Heal the Man and other songs. Keith Lane came in too a time, and Byron Lee. Hortense Ellis, Alton Ellis, and other Jamaicans came in. Freddie McGregor, he comes in all the time still. He came in for vintage. And for the reggae festival itself, which is normally on the hill, on these lawns here, on this hill, they have artists like Taras Riley, Conscience, some others too. I can't remember offhand. Sizzler, Beanie Man, and others come in and perform for this reggae on the hill. And then after that, there's the Gospel Fest, where gospel artists from all over the world come in. Gospel Fest will be a week or month of activities. They start off with the church service, the church service, hymn speak, lost and wonder, love and praise at St. Mary's Anglican Church in Bridgetown. You have to pay to go to that. And after that, they just have the Gospel Fest activities in town in Independence Square, which is free. And then they have Gospel Fest at Farley Hill, which you have to pay to come. All these events here at Farley Hill, you have to pay. Then there's Soca on the Hill now, which is held every summer, which is our carnival, known as Popover. Soca on the Hill, they just have soca artists like Bunji Garland, Masha Montano, Benjai, Destro Garcia, Denise Belfon, Fionn Lyons, Super Blue, and all them artists come in and perform for Soca on the Hill. To me, Soca will be lively. Let's have Soca explosion. So I'm now heading to the view now to overlook the Scotland district. So this is the view, and you can feel the nice country breeze blowing on you. The view of St. Andrew. You can see all of St. Andrew from here. And all out to the east coast, you can see from here. So you can look all down into St. Andrew in the Scotland district. The Scotland district is referred to as such because of its resemblance to the Scotland countryside, and it is the part of the island that carries the most hills as well. The Scotland district. In the Scotland district, you will come across the hills in Barbados. Mostly the hills in Barbados are in the Scotland district. This is the hut. It's all down to Farley Hill. I'm in the beautiful parish of St. Peter in the countryside to the north of the island. It's the part of St. Peter is bordering St. Andrew, which is to the eastern side of the island. So you can see all of the east coast, Barclays Park Beach, and you can see all in St. Andrew from here. St. Andrew, St. Joseph, St. John, and St. Thomas. You can see the whole terrain from here. Okay, it's almost time for me to leave here, because outside is getting dark.